Hey, what's going on, guys? Little Robot here, and today I wanted to show you guys the brand new city coming to Deadside called Kamensk. Now, Kamensk is heavily inspired by the town of Pripyat, of course, the city that got famous after the Chernobyl nuclear reactor disaster, and has been popularized in many other games such as DayZ, Stalker, even Scum has brought in Pripyat as well too, at least their own version of it. And now it's Deadside's turn to bring in town of Pripyat. Of course, like I said earlier, they renamed it to Kamensk, and again, it's not as big as Pripyat, but it's definitely the biggest city coming to Deadside so far. It is absolutely gorgeous, running of course on Unreal Engine 4, and if you don't know what Deadside is a PvPvE open world semi-survival hardcore shooter. I say semi-survival because it's not as intense as your other survival games such as Scum or DayZ, but it is also heavily inspired by the original Arma 2 Epoch mod as well, and it is still heavily under development. Of course, this update releases with 0.10, and everything that you see on screen was filmed on a closed test server. So there are going to be some changes that you guys will see when it finally comes out to you guys, and you can now test this yourself on the public test server. So if you want to check out the new city for yourself in every single area there for PvP, you can go check it out again on the public test server right now. Now, really just going through it, you have some iconic areas, of course, like the kindergarten school, the famous apartments, and even a train station with a bit of a rail yard, a little village just outside of Kamensk, and a bridge that spans across the river that also has a construction site on the other side with some additional buildings as well. Now, Deadside, of course, like I said, is so heavily under the development as well as the city, and I will say, just starting off with a couple gripes that I have with the new city, it seems just a bit too clean. Now, it looks like they did add a couple of rain puddles and some specks of garbage here and there and some burnt out cars and vehicles and military trucks, but it just still seems a little bit too clean. But it also helps out with performance as well, so I understand that fact. Also, every single doorway that you see is also not openable. While there is a good amount of places to explore, not every single door is openable. Like, take the apartments for example. Sure, you can go all the way up to the rooftop on most of these, but there are a few that you can only get up to a certain area, and then on top of that, not every single apartment block has every single door open. There are just a few rooms here and there, but again, I feel like it's more of a performance thing. But there are also a couple buildings where I can see into the interior, but there's no way actually inside. So I feel like that might need to change in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. And of course, probably the biggest question on everyone's mind, are there vehicles? Well, there still are boats. There's not actually ground vehicles yet. They are still currently working on them, and they are still under development because it does take a little bit to make working vehicles that will work server side and making sure that everyone's client can see exactly what everyone else sees. They really tested it out with the boats recently, and it really feels like they got that nailed down. So it's now just really getting everything over to vehicles. Ground vehicles, that is, especially when it comes to the way they work in game. So just give it some time. I know they'll be coming eventually, but I will say this is definitely a great addition, and it really makes me question if they're bringing in Kamensk and it really is a big city. You think they're gonna bring in some kind of nuclear reactor, even if it's not radioactive or whatnot, but something along the lines of just a giant facility that was left alone and left to rot? It would really make for some really great PvP, and I think it would be a great area to maybe introduce a new AI type. Now, some of the AI in Kamensk are different looking as well too, and some of them even drop AKMs as well. So you have different looking AI, different drops, different loot areas, and really just a haven for snipers up on the rooftops and in the windows. So really watch all of your angles when you're walking through the city. Now, I'm also really excited to finally get this on my server, Blue Blood, which is currently in a private state right now because I'm waiting until this releases so then everyone can come back and enjoy the new update. Of course, my server will be a first-person only PvP server with squads of up to 4 members only with a small starting kit. So yes, you will start off with at least a Makarov, and you can only group up with up to teams of 4, so no giant clans running around, and of course no third-person peeking because it's only set to first-person only. And that will be coming soon, so if you want to stay up to date on that, please subscribe to the channel, check out my social media, and join the Discord as well because I will definitely be posting updates and announcements of the server in there. Other than that, guys, I'm glad I finally get to show you guys Kamensk. It's been a few days since I've played this on the closed testing server, so I can finally talk about it now, and this is going to be amazing. Also, I just want to ask you guys a quick question. What do you guys think about another series for Deadside? Let me know what you guys' thoughts and ideas would be. Maybe a how-to guide or something along that line. Maybe to help out new players and stuff like that. So let me know down below in the comments what you think about a new Deadside series. Of course, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.